Alright, y'all. Real quick, first and foremost, I don't have a phone holder in here. I'm holding it. And number two, I'm not a super trucker. I don't wear the headset all the time. But I do like to use it for making videos because it's, got pretty good noise cancellation and all this stuff is pretty loud. So we're here on Saturday trying to get ahead of the big rain. Gonna rain tomorrow. Calling for rain all this week. We already been working in the wet. Um, as you can see, we've got some mud, got some ruts and all that fun stuff. And I'm gonna show you what we try to do to prevent as much of this as possible, or at least make it better. For one thing, you can see some brush down there, and we hadn't been long started on this deck, so we don't have a whole lot of brush at the moment. So we're working on that. Another thing you can do, of course, you can always push it down a little bit to, where it's not as deep, not rubbing the belly pan, but you still got a deep, hole, and you got these ruts. And another thing you can do is pulling across the skid trail that's rutted as much as possible. Like them trees over there coming across here to level it out.
Alright, so we out here playing in the mud after the big rain yesterday. They're calling for more on Sunday. This morning I pushed as much of that slop and water off over there as much as I could, drain down the hill. And trying to get it packed down with brush here so it'll hold up after we get this other big rain.
But anyway, the phone probably won't stay propped up here long, but honestly, we hate to work when it's wet like this because it's just, not good all the way around. It's not good for the land. It's not good for the equipment. All this mud and stuff is hard on equipment. But sometimes you just got to when it stays this wet this long because, you don't make any money sitting at home, for one thing. For another thing, now being the wintertime, they mills pretty much make you run like this because if you don't get out and put loads out in the wintertime, then the summertime hits and the weather's good and everybody can work wide open, then they won't give you many loads that you can sell. They have quotas and stuff, so.
Alright, so this, as you can see, is a wet spot. It's rutting up a little bit. Not real bad, but what we're trying to do is get it packed down with brush. All the drags he's bringing up here, we're stopping in here and, delimited here so we can get the brush packed down in there. Once we ever get it packed down solid, then it'll hold up. Not very many times that we're actually looking forward to getting more brush. y'all. So not perfect, but here's what we got. I tried to move as much stuff out of the way and push here where the water will drain when it rains, and we can use this for, you know, exit Skidder Road from the loader here. Here was our main road, and I tried to push back some of this. I got the stump trees out of the way that were right in there, so it's still, you know, real squishy out here, so I can't get it, you know, exactly like I need to. Through here is just spinning, but like I said, trying to get some of this, you know, piled up mud and stumps and stuff down so it'll drain when it does rain. And all this through here is basically to the belly pan of the skidder when I start it. Like I said, I packed in some brush. You know, didn't have as much as I need, but I got some in there. And down here at the bottom where the skidder road was, I pushed you know, some drains down here and filled it in some as best I can. But right through here is where I was getting the wood over here and dragging it crossways here, so it's, you know, still soft here and down a little bit, but it's definitely filled in a whole lot better than it was. So keep doing that, coming across it sideways like that and packing brush down into it. You know, eventually we'll have it filled in and have it where to set up pretty good. Hopefully it'll stop raining soon, or at least slack up a bit, because it's rained at least twice a week the whole month of January. As you can see, we got a little bit of a hill in here, which can be good and can be bad. When it's wet, it's hard to come up the hills, but the hill does dry off faster than, you know, flat or bottom land. But anyway, so usually red dirt holds up pretty good. It gets slick on top, but it don't go down. But out here where it's had this hardwood so long and hadn't been logged, where pine has usually been logged, and pine doesn't stay on there as long as this stuff does, and all the leaves and everything and dead branches that come down, it's got probably a foot or so of this rich black dirt, just like potting soil. So that's what gets to spinning and goes down. You can get through all that and get down to the red dirt, then it'll hold up a little better. But it's got a heck of a lot of topsoil out here. Be a good place to put a garden.